Hey guys, I have a client that wants a portrait of her two boys, and this is going to be a pencil sketch, and I think that it's going to be a neat project. I want to try to show several stages of this project so you can kind of see how this transpires from the initial sketch to a finished drawing. And I've been doing these drawings for a number of years for various clients. They seem to be fairly popular, and they're a lot of fun to do. Now I've moved the camera around because I have done a rough sketch just to get started of the first image, and you can see here that the lines are not refined. I just tried to get a quick rough in. I believe his back comes up somewhere in here. And his shirt down this way. I'll work on a hair detail as we go along. In addition to the pencil, I also like using a blending stick. This allows me to work in different shades of gray, sort of give a three-dimensional look to the image. This young man has blonde hair, so I'm not going to go real heavy on that dark shade there. Alright, see how that's starting to take a little bit of shape. That shirt looks like a navy blue or black shirt, so I'll kind of rough it in. Okay. And the eyes take longer than any other part of the face for me. I put a lot of emphasis on the eyes because I always feel as though the eyes are the one thing that a parent, when they look at, they can recognize their child just by looking at the eyes, and if the eyes aren't correct, then it throws the entire drawing off. Okay, well, I've continued to work on this and add in additional shadows and put in a little darker lines here and there, and you can see that it's starting to take shape a little bit. Well, I've roughed in the head and added some highlights and darkened some areas, and I'm going to add texture to the hair. Now, this young man has very short hair, so unlike his blonde-headed brother, of course they both have blonde hair, but this This head right here is just a little bit different in the sense that the hair is short, so we have to make some fairly short strokes of the pencil to get that illusion. Just work back and forth. Seems to do real well. And also the direction of the hair. Hair changes direction right here a little bit. And it gets shorter as it goes back. So I'll work on that for a while. But I just kind of wanted to show what I did as far as the sketching the rest of the face and the mouth. Again, this is just a sort of a rough in. Go back and put in the highlights, and some of these features are not quite the way I want them yet. And again, it's almost impossible to get a portrait to look exactly like a photograph. We don't really want it to look exactly like the photograph. We want it to be unique, and that's why clients want this work performed anyway. Okay, now I'm getting down to the part where I'm just adding some highlights, and I'm using a kneaded eraser. This is a rubber kneaded eraser that I use quite a bit, probably more than any other eraser. The reason I like it is because you can form it into a chisel edge if you need a nice sharp edge to cut a line, or you can flatten it out and use it to sort of blend an area. But as far as the overall drawing goes, I think we're going to bring this to a close. I may add a little bit of shading in the background just for the illusion of directional light. So we'll see. Fun drawing, fun sketch. A couple cute little guys. Alright. You can get to where you start messing around with these drawings, and at some point you have to stop. You don't want to mess with them too much, or then you begin to, I feel like you begin to have more of a negative effect on the drawing than you do a positive. So, alrighty. Well, I think that was a neat little project. Hope you enjoyed watching me do this.